The Wooden Plaques Injustice EP7 Behind the Scenes. Chapter 1: The Imperial Inspector's Arrival. Qingyuan County hadn't seen an imperial inspector for many years. 3 days later, at dawn, a troop of fast horses broke through the morning mist and slowly came to a stop in front of the county government office. The leader was about 50 years old, with a thin face and a calm expression. He wasn't wearing a magnificent official robe, only a bronze plaque engraved with the words Imperial Inspector. The people knelt down in unison. The yamen runners lined up to greet him. The clerk personally stood at the foot of the steps to welcome him. Only Lin Jue didn't step forward. He stood at the back of the crowd, quietly observing. Inspector Gu didn't exchange pleasantries, nor did he inquire about the county magistrate's disappearance. His first words were, "The river works files, are they still intact?" The air seemed to freeze for a moment. The clerk smiled slightly. "Everything is intact." Lin Jue noticed, however, that Inspector Gu's eyes didn't change at all when he heard this. As if he already knew the answer. He suddenly understood. What Inspector Gu was truly concerned about on this trip wasn't the murder case. It was the records. Chapter 2: The Past of the Clerk. Late at night, an old man with white hair quietly entered the clinic. He claimed to have been an attendant of the previous magistrate. The old man took out a yellowed letter from his robes. This was left by the old magistrate before his death. Lin Jue unfolded the letter. It read, "The truly dangerous person is not the highest-ranking official, but the one who always stands beside them." At the end of the letter was another name, Qingyuan. Lin Jue was suddenly struck by a jolt. This was the clerk's real name. The old man said softly, 20 years ago, he was just a minor clerk copying documents. Later, with each magistrate leaving office, dying of illness, or disappearing, he always remained here. For magistrates came and went, but only he never left. Lin Jue realized for the first time. The clerk was not someone who depended on power. He himself was part of the power. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. Chapter 3: The Real Behind-the-Scenes Organization. That night, Lin Jue arrived at the abandoned post station outside the city, following the secret letter. There was no one there. Only a dilapidated wooden hut. A map lay on the table. 7 county towns were marked on the map. Next to each county town was the same mark. The symbol from the mysterious seal. This wasn't a secret unique to Qingyuan County. It was a network covering the entire region. Just then, footsteps sounded outside. Several men in black slowly surrounded the wooden hut. The leader didn't draw his sword. He simply said calmly, "Mr. Lin, the master wishes to see you." Lin Jue didn't answer. Taking advantage of the flickering lamplight, he leaped out of the back window. A chase began in the darkness. Arrows flew through the woods. Torchlight flickered. Just as the men in black were about to catch up, a cold arrow suddenly shot out, knocking the torch from their hands. In the darkness, a masked man whispered, "Go quickly." Lin Jue didn't have time to ask questions. The man had already disappeared. Who was secretly helping him? The answer remained unknown. Chapter 4: People on the Chessboard. The next day, Inspector Gu publicly reviewed the River Works case files. The county government office was packed with people. Everyone thought the truth was finally about to be revealed. Inspector Gu slowly opened the files, but suddenly closed them. He looked up and said, "The files are complete. Nothing unusual has been found." The crowd erupted in uproar. Lin Jue's heart sank. At that moment, he finally understood. The real danger wasn't that the files were burned. It was that someone had the power to declare everything is normal. After the court session ended, Inspector Gu passed by Lin Jue, his steps pausing slightly. He didn't turn back, only leaving behind a single sentence. "If you want to save a county, don't just look at one county." With that, he left. Lin Jue stared at his retreating figure, motionless for a long time. Was that a reminder? Or a warning? In the distance, the clerk stood at the end of the corridor, briefly exchanging glances with Inspector Gu. Neither of them uttered a word. Yet, it was as if a silent transaction had been completed. At the same time, Lin Jue looked down at the map in his hand. On the back of the map, a line of small characters had appeared. The real ledger is in Qingyuan County. Qingyuan County, a place name he had never heard of before. Also, the place Lin Jue had to go to next. EP7-EN, To be continued. Next episode, we'll be moving on to EP8, The Last Witness. Lin Jue decides to secretly travel to Qingyuan County, only to receive an anonymous letter. The last surviving river worker is waiting for you there. This means that the sole surviving witness to the irrigation canal project 20 years ago is still alive, and he holds the final testimony that can reveal the whole truth. EP8 will revolve around this witness, and the first season will reach its climax. Please subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching.